Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. As many as 12 people were killed after gunmen opened fire at a Jewish holiday event at Sydney's Bondi beach. New South Wales Premier Chris Minns called it a targeted attack on the Jewish community during the first day of Hanukkah. Law enforcers were able to neutralize one suspect, while another was critically injured.
Authorities in Providence, Rhode Island are searching for a gunman who opened fire at Brown University's Barris and Holley engineering building during exams, killing 2 students and injuring 9 others. 7 of the wounded are in critical condition. Over 400 law enforcement officers, including the FBI and ATF, are conducting a manhunt. The suspect, a man in his 30s dressed in black and possibly masked, remains at large. Shell casings were recovered at the scene, and officials plan to release a video of the suspect.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has called for what he described as a dignified peace as US and Ukrainian officials meet in Berlin. Zelenskyy said any peace deal must include firm guarantees to ensure Russia does not attack Ukraine again. The talks involve US envoys and European allies as diplomatic efforts continue to end Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II. The Ukrainian leader is facing pressure from US President Donald Trump to sign a peace agreement that initially reflected Moscow's demands. Zelenskyy accused Russia of deliberately prolonging the war, citing continued deadly attacks on Ukrainian cities and strikes on power and water infrastructure. Meanwhile, President Zelenskyy says Kyiv is dropping its bid to join NATO in exchange for Western security guarantees to end the war with Russia. The move marks a major shift in Ukraine's position and meets a key Russian demand, though Kyiv says it will not cede territory. Snow has blanketed Kyiv for the first time this winter, covering streets and parks across the Ukrainian capital. City officials deployed snow-clearing crews and vehicles to keep roads and public transport moving, as forecasters warned of icy conditions. German authorities have arrested 5 men suspected of planning an attack on a Christmas market in southern Bavaria. Police and prosecutors said the suspects are believed to be Islamist militants and were detained as part of a joint security operation. The arrests come amid heightened concerns following a series of vehicle ramming attacks in Germany in recent years. In 2016, an Islamist attacker rammed a hijacked truck into a Christmas market in central Berlin. And last December, several people were killed in a similar attack in the city of Magdeburg. Iran's foreign minister is set to visit Russia and Belarus in the coming days. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghai said Abbas Araghchi will travel to both countries within the next 2 to 3 days. The announcement comes after Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Turkmenistan on Friday. The Israeli military has reported that Raed Said, a key figure behind the 7th October 2023 attacks on Israel, has been targeted in a strike on a car in Gaza City. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Israel Katz said the strike was in response to a Hamas attack earlier in the day, which injured 2 Israeli soldiers. Gaza health authorities say the strike killed 5 people and wounded at least 25 others. There has been no immediate confirmation from Hamas or local medics that Said was among the dead. Meanwhile, Hamas says Israel's killing of a senior commander risks collapsing the Gaza ceasefire. The group's chief negotiator accused Israel of repeated violations and urged US President Donald Trump to pressure Israel to uphold the truce. Thousands of supporters rallied in Gaza City for the funeral, marking Hamas's largest public show of force since the ceasefire began in October. Iranian authorities have detained 18 crew members of a foreign tanker seized in the Gulf of Oman that they say was carrying 6 million litres of smuggled fuel. Iranian media reported that those detained under the ongoing investigation include the captain of the tanker, and the crew were from India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. The authorities said the tanker committed multiple violations, including ignoring stop orders, attempting to flee, and lacking navigation and cargo documentation. Lionel Messi's tour of India has kicked off chaotically as fans threw objects, ripped up seats, and invaded the pitch at Kolkata's Salt Lake Stadium after the Argentine soccer great made only a brief appearance at a ticketed event. Satadru Dutta, the event's chief organizer, has been detained by police. Messi was scheduled for a 45-minute visit to the stadium, but his appearance lasted just 20 minutes. Tickets for the event were priced from around $38.65, but one fan said he had paid $130. Fans in the Salt Lake Stadium threw ripped-up seats and other objects onto the field, while several people climbed a fence around the field and hurled objects. And Indonesia's disaster agency says the death toll from floods and landslides on Sumatra has risen to more than 1,000, with hundreds still missing. The disasters hit 3 provinces, damaging roads, bridges, schools, and hospitals. Authorities say victim verification is ongoing, while emergency measures, including weather modification, continue to support rescue efforts and aid delivery. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.